Cullen was asked to reprise the role of Optimus Prime in an episode of Robot Chicken, where the character would enact a dramatization that he's dying from prostate cancer. He turned down the offer because he took the role too seriously to make fun of it.
It was so hot in Central Park today. I saw a squirrel rubbing sunblock on his nuts.
Ryan, kill yourself!
Transformers is one of the biggest and most financially successful bad film franchises of all time. While most people agree that these films are below average at best and completely awful at worst, they never seem to fail to make back the money that they cost to make, earning literally billions of dollars at the box office. And yet, with all the money these films make, Michael Bay still can't seem to afford to make a film that can please everyone. It's pretty shocking that 10 years after the first movie came out, these films are still being made and people still can't seem to get into them. Even old school fans of Transformers have had their complaints with these films. So just what is it about these films that are so bad, and why are they so successful at the box office when the loud majority of critics hate these films?
Transformers 5! This is all your fault. Just stop going to them.
Endless trash!
Well, since I brought up the old school fans, I decided to check out Transformers the movie from 1986 just for the sake of research. And coming from an outsider looking in on this franchise, it's fine for what it is. I feel like it's the kind of film that can only be fully enjoyed by those who grew up with the series, and that's just not me. One thing I thought was kind of odd was that at one point they had Weird Al music playing during an action scene. What the fuck was that about? I don't know, to me the most interesting thing about this film is the fact that Orson Welles voiced the main villain. Yeah, the guy who made Citizen Kane was in a Transformers movie, go figure. But for what it's worth, the film at least gives you exactly what to expect going in. And maybe an hour-and-a-half episode of the show is just what the audience for the series wanted at the time. Now let's look at what Michael Bay did for the franchise. So the first movie begins, and to be fair, we actually get a pretty decent prologue.
Before time began, there was the cube. We know not where it comes from, only that it holds the power to create worlds and fill them with life.
No, I was originally going to pass off the Transformers not knowing where the cube came from as lazy writing, but I guess no race of any kind knows 100% where they came from, so I guess it works.
We scattered across the galaxy, hoping to find it and rebuild our home, searching every star, every world. And just when all hope seemed lost, message of a new discovery drew us to an unknown planet called Earth.
Then the prologue ends, and right away you'll notice that the movie feels less like a movie and more like a US Army ad. The way Michael Bay shoots these scenes is the exact same way you'd shoot a commercial for the military. I'll go into more detail about this later, but I just want to say, the only reason I'm pointing this out is because I thought this was a movie and not an advertisement. Oh yeah, that's right. And it's here we're introduced to our first human character. He hasn't got much of a personality. In fact, I'm pretty sure everyone who watched this movie doesn't remember this guy's name. But we gotta care about him because he's in the military, he's got a wife and kid, he's an American patriot. I mean, this totally isn't Hollywood manipulating you into caring about a character that's underwritten.
She has your laugh.
She laughed?
Her first one, yeah.
You sure she didn't just fart?
Oh, finally, a Decepticon. So yeah, this guy comes in and starts blowing shit up. And as soon as the scene ends, an episode of Even Stevens just starts playing out of nowhere. Yeah, right in the middle of the movie. I guess Michael Bay was experimenting with the idea of montage started by Sergei Eisenstein. Anyways, this show was about a 7th grader named Steven, played by Shia LaBeouf. I guess Michael Bay really wanted us to remember this show, because for the next- oh wait. Actually, something different happens. We cut to a high school classroom where one of the students is Sam Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf. Yup, in the matter of 10 minutes, we went from seeing a US Army ad, to 5 seconds of Transformers action, to Saved by the Fucking Bell starring Even Stevens. I guess I wouldn't mind so much if the dialogue wasn't so fucking awful.
For my family,
Who did that? People?
responsibility.
Okay, responsibility and what? Is that just your catchphrase? Responsibility? You're only in the movie for like 5 minutes. Why do you even have a catchphrase? And on top of that, Shia LaBeouf is just a douchebag.
About to hit me with a Gravers bottle about French fries. You fucking racist bitch!
Well, okay, but I was just talking about the movie. In the first scene that he's in, he's using some assignment that he was given as an opportunity to advertise his damn eBay account.
Grandfather's glasses. I haven't quite gotten them appraised yet, but they've seen many cool things.
Are you going to sell me his liver? Mr. Witwicky, this isn't show and sell. It's the 11th grade. I don't think your grandfather would be particularly proud of what you're doing.
I know, I'm sorry. I just, this is all going towards my car fund. You can tell your folks it's on eBay. I take PayPal, Cold Hard Cash works too, and the Compass makes
fucking sellout. And then he has the gall to give his teacher shit just for giving him a B-.
A B-.
You were hawking your great-grandfather's crap in my classroom.
Kids enjoy. Look, can you do me a favor? Can you look out the window for?
Yeah, God forbid you got a passing grade. It has to be higher. Also, a B- was unrealistically generous for the shit show that you pulled.
Okay, I want to tell you about a dream, a boy's dream, and a man's promise to that boy. He looked at me in the eye. He said, "Son, I'm gonna buy you a car, but I want you to bring me $2,000 and 3 A's. Okay, here's the dream. Your B-, dream gone, kaput. Sir, just ask yourself, what would Jesus do?"
Well, I guess that bullshit speech about what would Jesus do paid off, because the teacher actually raised a grade up to an A-. I guess he's one of those religious conservative teachers that takes the word of God over logic and reasoning.
The PTA is here to acknowledge that pornography is being taught in our curriculum.
Guys, I need help. I can't stop talking about this movie. By the way, what the hell kind of high school class has a show and tell assignment that's graded like a fucking test? I mean, I get it. It's there to show Shia's great-grandfather's glasses, which will be important later. But when you have to throw away all logic and reasoning just to get expository dialogue out in the first 10 minutes, you're not off to a very good start. So as it turns out, Shia needed a good grade so his dad can get him a car. Now son, since you got a good grade on your show and tell assignment, I'll buy you a new car. Gee, thanks, Dad. Yeah, this movie's kind of dumb.
No. No, 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 no! Dad! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I am. You're not getting a Porsche.
Oh, I get it. Acting like a douchebag just runs in the family. So yeah, they actually go to a shitty used car dealership run by...
Hey!
What?
Get your cousin out that damn clown suit. Having a heat stroke again. Again, white folk.
I'm hot, makeup smelting, hurts my eyes.
Oh. Oh no. Alright, I try not to be that white kid that cries racism when it's not there.
You fucking racist bitch! You fucked up!
But this is actually a problem you'll see in a lot of Michael Bay's films. These two black characters are about as stereotypical as you can get. They talk in a ghetto-fied slang, they run a shitty business, their family's in poverty, and they all hate each other, and it's all played for laughs. Is it too soon to mention that this was one of the last roles Bernie Mac played before he died? Oh, and here's some more stellar dialogue from the oh-so-likable Sam Witwicky.
No, what is this? You said half a car, not half a piece of crap, Dad. You ever see 40-year-old virgin?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what this is, and this is 50-year-old virgin.
Okay. There's a Fiesta with racing stripes over there.
No, I don't want a Fiesta racing stripes.
I don't want a Fiesta with racing stripes. I'm a little bitch. Yeah, this is our main character, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so as it turns out, the car is fucking alive! And even after it breaks every car window and freaks out everyone at the dealership, Sam and his dad still buy the car anyway. Hey, dumbasses! You don't know what that car is capable of. This goes beyond just having a shitty car. This thing looks like it could kill someone if you don't use it right, and you're just gonna buy it anyway. So after that scene, we're at the Pentagon now, and despite being at the 15-minute mark, we've still only seen one Transformer, and we're introduced to even more human characters. Guys, so far your human characters have ranged from uninteresting to just plain unlikable. What could you possibly add to the film with these three dipshits?
Guys, this is Secretary of Defense.
I am so underdressed.
Underdressed? You look underaged. I mean, you look like the type of people who would work at a GameStop, not the freaking Pentagon.
They're so young. They're the top subject matter experts, sir. NSA's recruiting right out of high school these days.
Yeah, that's retarded.
We're on a hair trigger here, people. The president has dispatched battle groups.
More space for the military. Join the Navy SEALs. Alright, so from what I can gather from this scene, the Decepticons are trying to hack into the US military. But enough of that shit, because how is Shia gonna pick up chicks if he doesn't have any money?
So bitch. Right.
Also, his dad is apparently so white that he doesn't like footprints on his grass.
Oh, Sam, I do not like footprints on my grass.
What?
You know, I never actually heard of a gardener care about grass footprints since, you know, they're not even noticeable. I mean, I guess that's the joke, but the joke is fucking dumb.
You're putting girl jewelry on a boy dog. He's got enough self-esteem issues as a chihuahua.
That's his bling.
Haha, the old white mom is trying to be hip and cool. How cute. I really want to punch this movie. So then we cut back to the military shit, and the Secretary of Defense is giving a speech on the TV, and I guess the film suggests that the baby knows what's going on because it looks at the TV and starts crying, and the mom says,
Annie's gonna be okay.
but it's a fucking baby. It doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
When I took that picture, I think it saw me. It looked right at me. All right, we gotta get this thing back to the Pentagon right away. They gotta know what we're dealing with here.
And just when you think we're finally gonna get some Transformer action that you paid to see, we get more shit! This time he drives to some party at a park that he wasn't invited to, hosted by people that obviously don't like him. And just when you thought this guy couldn't get any more unlikable, he fucking ditches his friend on the side of the road to pick up some skanky looking chick with no meat on her bones, who was just banging the football captain who was bullying him in school.
I guess I just have a weakness for hot guys, for tight abs and really big arms.
Big arms? Well, there's a couple new additions in the car. Like, I just put in that light there. And that disco ball. So the light reflects off the disco ball.
Fuck this movie. Okay, so despite this chick not knowing anything about this guy, she accepts Sam's offer to give her a ride home.
Look, I wouldn't try this on you, you know? Because this is like a romantic thing that I'm not trying to do. You know, not that you're not worthy of trying something like this on. I'm a friend of yours. I'm not a romantic friend. You know, romantic friends do this.
And despite humiliating himself in front of her, she still decides to help him out with his car.
Just pop the hood.
You're really forgiving for a high school prep, aren't you?
There it is.
I had fun.
What the hell do you mean you had fun? You had fun watching him humiliate himself and then desperately drive towards you as you were walking away?
So, you know, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening? He fucking asked you why you hung out with that douchey looking guy moments after you told him your reasoning.
I guess I just have a weakness for hot guys, for tight abs and really big arms.
If Trent's such a jerk, why do you hang out with him?
You think I'm shallow? Huh?
Yes. Very yes.
I think you're No. I think there's a lot more than meets the eye with you.
Oh yeah, this is a Transformers movie, guys. Did you know that this is a Transformers movie? Yeah, we're 27 minutes in, we've wasted most of that time watching this idiot try to get laid.
I think there's a lot more than meets the eye with you.
Alright, enough bitching. Apparently we're gonna get some action now that we've cut to Air Force One.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah, can you wrangle me up some ding-dongs, darling?
Oh yeah, that doesn't date this movie at all.
I hear there's rumors on the, internets.
Oh my god, finally a Transformer! I mean, I doubt this thing was a pre-established character, but hey, it's something. Fuck yeah, finally some action! Guns and shit! Buzzsaws that can't cut through skin, causing blood to spill out because it's PG-13. Yeah! Oh, what the hell? What kind of stupid shit is this? You mean to tell me that none of these people can actually see this thing walking around? Alright, so this little bastard hacks into another computer to find Shia's eBay page, and wait, is that a fucking mugshot on his eBay page? No wonder he got 0 bids. Alright, so then Shia's car drives off on its own, and he thinks someone stole it, so he tells the cops to bring everyone?
Right, I need all units. The whole squadron. Bring everyone.
Yeah, fuck everyone else's problems. Someone in this town is probably dying horribly, but Makora's stolen. Bring everybody! We're supposed to like this guy, by the way. And it's revealed that Shia's car is a Transformer. And while this is a big revelation for the main character, because it took more than 35 minutes to reveal this, everyone in the audience is saying,
No shit.
So then this other action scene happens with the military, and I guess it's kinda cool. Then they put this gag in the middle of the scene where he borrows someone's cell phone and he has a hard time with a premium package or something.
I don't have a credit card.
Sir, the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all. I'm going to ask you to speak into the mouthpiece very clearly.
Fuck this movie. And then we get another military montage, and well, I'm just gonna intercut this with actual military ads and see if you can spot the difference.
Aircraft, this will be a danger close fire mission. Weapons, I just get a call from Falcon Ops. Who's closer to Killbox 1 Alpha? Send the Hogs, sir. Okay, send the Hogs over to Killbox 1 Alpha. It's a danger close within 300 feet. Killbox 1 Alpha, 300 feet, danger close. Friendly's in the area.
7-man team, north of Orange Smoke.
Proceed Killbox 1 Alpha. Gauge hostile.
Attack direction west. You're cleared hot.
Try and tell me status. Hog 1-1, Dark Star status. Receiving radar jammy in vicinity of target.
Does anyone else find it sad that Michael Bay is such a money hoard that he shoots his films like commercials rather than actual movies? Okay, so apparently there's some code that they have to break, and there's only one hacker in the world that can break this code. But first, we gotta show the camera that's being put on a Panasonic SD card because ad space. Yeah, you see what I mean now? And as it turns out, the one hacker in the world that can break this code is another racist stereotype.
Shut up, Grandma! Grandmama, drink your prune juice! Oh, here come the man!
Are you playing those video games again?
I'm sorry, is this a Tyler Perry film all of a sudden?
Get off my grandmama's carpet! She don't like nobody on the carpet, especially police!
Oh, and he hates cops too. What a great way to betray minorities. So then Shia's car comes back for him and he tries to run away on a girl's bike and... Gee, I sure am in the mood for some Burger King. I heard they brought back the mac and Cheetos. Alright, so then Shia runs into a cop car that turns out to be a Decepticon, and honestly, I don't really have that many complaints with this scene. We finally get to see this dick of a character being chased and beaten by a Transformer, and the Transformer itself manages to be somewhat intimidating. You know, despite having to say a line as ridiculous as, "Are you username Ladiesman217?
Are you username Ladiesman217?
What is your problem, Sam?
Okay, there's a monster right there, just attack me.
So, what? You thought tackling her out of the one transportation out of here was a good idea? Fuck this guy, seriously. So then Sam's car drives to them, and he just assumes that it's on his side, despite running away from it the whole time. So then we get a chase scene with both Transformers in their car form, then a fight scene in their normal form. And it's interspliced with our brave and noble main character getting his pants taken off by a smaller Decepticon. And I'm watching this fight between these two and I'm thinking, just shoot him or throw a bus on him or something. But no, he just fights him by hand and lets himself get power drilled by a girl. And the best part is, we don't even get to see the outcome of the more interesting fight. Alright, so this Transformer is named Bumblebee, and what they did with him was actually kind of clever. You see, his vocal cords, or whatever these robots use to talk, were damaged in battle, so he can only talk through the radio.
So you talk through the radio?
Aggie, you're beautiful. You're wonderful, you're wonderful.
It's here that we get a vague explanation as to what the Transformers are before we get the full explanation.
So what was that last night? What was that?
Message from Starfleet.
Throughout the inanimate vastness of space.
Down like visitors from heaven, hallelujah.
Visitors from heaven. What are you, like an alien or something?
Any more questions you want to ask?
Now, if you think too much about this, you might start to wonder if he's either talking through pre-recorded clips or just whatever's alive at the moment, but it's still a pretty neat concept on the surface. It's almost as if whoever thought of this character actually has some talent in writing, and actually put some effort into creating this character. Psst! I think now's a good time to mention that Steven Spielberg wasn't an executive producer on these films. Alright, so then they drive away and then this happens.
Why, if he's supposed to be like this super advanced robot, does he transform back into this piece of crap? Come here.
Oh, see, no, that doesn't work. See? Great, now. See?
Car and space! Introducing the new 2007 Chevrolet Camaro. The first Camaro in 30 years to use a 4-cylinder engine. Completed with a laser-welded roof, completely functionable hood vents, and rated at track capable so you can go as fast as you want. Yeah, that's great, but this music you have playing in the background just makes me wish I was watching a better movie. Oh my god, are those more Transformers? Oh my god, yes! Finally, after an entire hour of film, we finally get to see all of our favorite Autobots! Optimus Prime, Jazz, Ratchet, Ironhide, all on the big screen! Oh god!